Hello. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? Good. How are you, Miss Barnes?
Good, thank you. And how are you?
I am very good, thank you. It's Monday. I love Mondays.
Why do you love Mondays?
On a Monday, I've had a really restful time over the weekend, but then I get to see everybody out here. Mondays, my week starts really well with a bit of story and a bit of song with all of you joining us.
And this week is our sea theme stories, isn't it?
Yes, we are under the sea or on top of the sea.
Yeah, but it's perfect because at the weekend I saw some baby turtles on the beach.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow, you lucky thing. Did you go to the beach at the weekend? Did you have fun? I hope so. It was a lovely weekend for it.
It was lovely, wasn't it?
Lovely, really sunny,
nice.
Very nice weekend. Welcome, everybody. We've got our story and song. Before we start that today with our Under the Sea theme, we're going to sing our hello song.
Ready?
Always ready.
Not like on Thursday. Here we go.
Hello, hello, how are you? Hello, hello, it's good to see you. I say hello to you and all your friends. I say hello. Let's meet together. Let's read together. Let's have fun with friends. Today, it's another Julia Donaldson book. Yes! The Snail and the Whale, a really lovely rhyming tale.
And you just rhymed.
Did I? Would you look at that?
It's a big book, this.
It sure is. This is the tale of a tiny snail and a great big grey-blue humpback whale. This is a rock as black as soot, and this is a snail with an itchy foot. The sea snail slithered all over the rock and gazed at the sea and the ships in the dock. And as she gazed, she sniffed and sighed.
The sea is deep and the world is wide. How I long to sail,
said the tiny snail. These are the other snails in the flock, who all stuck tight to the smooth black rock, and said to the snail with the itchy foot,
"Be quiet! Don't wiggle! Sit still! Stay put!"
But the tiny sea snail sniffed and sighed, then cried,
"I've got it! I'll hitch a ride!"
This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail that looped and curled, and said,
"Ride wanted around the world!"
This is the whale who came one night when the tide was high and the stars were bright. A humpback whale, immensely long, who sang to the snail a wonderful song of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves. And this is the tale of the humpback whale. He held it out of the starlit sea and said to the snail, "Come sail with me." This is the sea, so wild and free, that carried the whale and the snail on his tail to towering icebergs and far-off lands with fiery mountains and golden sands. These are the waves that arced and crashed, that foamed and frolicked and sprayed and splashed the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. These are the caves beneath the waves, where colourful fish with feathery fins and sharks with hideous toothy grins swam past the whale and the snail on his tail. This is the sky, so vast and high, sometimes sunny and blue and warm, sometimes filled with a thunderstorm, with zigzag lightning flashing and frightening the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. And she gazed at the sky, the sea, the land, the waves and the caves, and the golden sand. She gazed and gazed, amazed by it all, and she said to the whale,
I feel so small.
But then came the day. The whale lost his way. These are the speedboats running a race, zigging and zooming all over the place, upsetting the whale with their ear-splitting roar, making him swim too close to the shore. This is the tide slipping away.
Uh-oh.
And this is the whale lying beached in a bay.
Quick! Off the sand! Back to sea!
Cried the snail.
I can't move on land. I'm too big!
Moaned the whale. The snail felt helpless and terribly small. Then,
I've got it!
she cried, and started to crawl.
I must not fail!
Said the tiny snail. This is the bell on the school in the bay, ringing the children in from their play. This is the teacher holding her chalk, telling the class,
Sit straight, don't talk.
this is the board as black as soot, and this is the snail with the itchy foot.
A snail! A snail!
The teacher turns pale.
Look!
Say the children.
It's leaving a trail.
This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail saying,
Save the whale!
these are the children running from school, fetching the firemen, digging a pool, squirting and spraying to keep the whale cool. This is the tide coming into the bay, and these are the villagers shouting
Hooray!
as the whale and the snail travel safely away. Back to the dock and the flock on the rock, who said,
How time's flown!
and
Haven't you grown?
and the whale and the snail told their wonderful tale of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves, and of how the snail, so small and frail, with her looping, curling, silvery trail, saved the life of the humpback whale. Then the humpback whale held out his tail, and on crawled snail after snail after snail. And they sang to the sea as they all set sail on the tail of the grey-blue humpback whale.
Nice one,
It's a very lovely adventure story.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The snail wanted to ride around the world and the whale helped. And then, when the whale got stuck on the beach, who helped the whale? The tiny snail.
He had to come to the rescue.
A new song today. A sea song. Down there under the sea.
Yeah, and we're going to be singing along to Singing Hands,
Okay.
who are really fantastic with signing. So if you want to watch them a little bit more, then you can put it into YouTube, Singing Hands.
Singing Hands, yeah. Brilliant.
Oh, here we go.
Down there under the sea. Lots to see in the deep blue ocean. Lots to see in the deep blue sea. Lots to see in the big blue ocean. Down there under the sea. Lots of fish in the big blue ocean. Lots of fish in the deep blue sea. Lots of fish in the big blue ocean. Down there under the sea. Whales and sharks in the big blue ocean. Whales and sharks in the deep blue sea. Whales and sharks in the big blue ocean. Down there under the sea. Is it crabs and shells? Crabs and shells in the big blue ocean. Crabs and shells in the big blue sea. Crabs and shells in the big blue ocean. Down there under the sea. Down there under the sea.
Can we do it one more time?
Yes.
Because it is new, isn't it?
It is a new song.
We should try again.
Lots to see in the big blue ocean. Then lots of fish. Then whales and sharks. And then crabs and shells.
Lots to see.
You ready to join in?
Here we go. Here we go.
Lots to see in the big blue ocean. Lots to see in the deep blue sea. Lots to see in the big blue ocean. Down there under the sea. Lots of fish in the big blue ocean. Lots of fish in the deep blue sea. Lots of fish in the big blue ocean. Down there under the sea. Whales and sharks. Whales and sharks in the big blue ocean. Whales and sharks in the deep blue sea. Whales and sharks in the big blue ocean. Down there under the sea. Crabs and shells in the big blue ocean. Crabs and shells in the deep blue sea. Crabs and shells in the big blue ocean. Down there under the sea. Down there under the sea. I wonder if you have the chance to go to the ocean today or later this week, what you will see. Thank you so much for joining us today, everybody. We're back with more sea story and song for the rest of this week. That's tomorrow and Thursday. We'll see you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.